What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel, Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, and I'm here for the news. When I first started doing YouTube, one of the first things I covered was the Russian-Ukraine war. And I talked about why the war was happening, strategically what was going on, who's doing what, and a lot of those things and predictions that I made turned out to be 100% correct, and I knocked it out of the park. Now, in Ukraine and Russia is using hypersonic missiles. Now, here recently, the United States gave the Ukraine Patriot missile defense, able to shoot down hypersonic missiles. And it's become extremely apparent that this has become a testing ground for United States military weapons. Now, will they be giving Ukraine the best weapons? Absolutely not. But here and there, they will get top-notch, sophisticated, top-of-the-line weapons to see how well they work against Russian weapons. And this Patriot defense missile defense system has been knocking down hypersonic missiles. Now, if you don't know nothing about hypersonic missiles, they travel at 5 times the speed of sound, extremely fast. So let's take a look at the clip.
The war in Ukraine as Kyiv claims it shot down a Russian hypersonic missile using U.S. supplied weapons. ABC's Marcus Moore joins us now from Kyiv. Marcus, good morning.
Hey, Blake, good morning. Russian President Vladimir Putin once described these hypersonic missiles as invincible. Now, Ukraine's Air Force claims that it shot one down this week with an American-made Patriot missile system. Now, the hypersonic missile, known as the Kinjal, can travel at 5 times the speed of sound and has a range of more than 1,000 miles. Meanwhile, Russia this morning says a Ukrainian native is behind a car bombing that killed a driver and severely injured a pro-Putin rider. Happened in a...
And the man who was responsible for this is being tortured halfway to goddamn hell. Yeah, he's paying for that dearly. But, he did what he was trying to do. He actually didn't kill the man. He killed the driver. The man who... And when you look at this car and you look at that hole in the ground, how the hell that man survived that was the will of God. Unbelievable.
That he was in when it exploded in Nizhny Novgorod region, which is about 250 miles east of Moscow. Ukraine this morning is neither confirming nor denying any involvement in that bombing. And there's a development on the battlefield. The head of Russia's Wagner mercenary group says that the Kremlin has now promised all of the necessary support and ammunition they need in their fight in Bakhmut.
Now, this war in the Ukraine has been raging on for, I think, like a year now. So at this point, the Russians are starting to run low on ammunition. So they're going to have China help a little bit, Iran, I would imagine. They're going to need other countries to pitch in at this point, some of their allies, because it's not like the United States who have this endless amount of ammo. And when you're shooting these missiles and these tomahawks and these hypersonic, they're not cheap. These hypersonic missiles, this shit is not cheap. Extremely, extremely expensive to wage a war, and especially a war that carries on for over a year. Like I told people before when I first started covering the Russian-Ukraine war, Ukraine would have failed within a month if it wasn't for the United States. The United States is helping them out tremendously with stealth drone technology, missile technology, intercepts, and everything you can imagine the United States is helping Ukraine with at this point. So the Ukraine is basically a proxy for the United States at this point.
Earlier had threatened to pull his thousands of troops out of that eastern Ukrainian city by May 10th, just as they are preparing for Ukraine's planned counteroffensive.
All right, Marcus, thank you.
But yeah, I just want to go over that clip of the Patriot missile defense system shooting down hypersonic missiles. That's the reason why they did this clip, because they're happy to show that, hey, everything that Vladimir Putin say is not true. And, it's basically a slap to his face, because he was saying these hypersonic missiles can't be shot down. And the Patriot missile defense proved otherwise. Does that mean that the Patriot missile defense system is perfect, that it can shoot down every hypersonic missile? Absolutely not. But if you can shoot down enough of them, and like I said, how much they cost and how expensive they are, it makes you less willing to use them. You have to really want to get a little closer to, instead of shooting out 1,000+ miles, like they said that they had the range of 1,000+ miles. But I just wanted to go over that clip. This has been Sports Life and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel. I'm in for the news. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I just took your ass on a Vladimir Putin hypersonic missile ride. Peace.